Good day. It's 12 o'clock noon right here, and I fixed to have me some good vegetable soup that I made yesterday, and I just heated this bowl up in the microwave, and I'm going to have me a PBJ peanut butter and jelly sandwich with it, and a glass of good tea, sweet tea. Anyway, the reason I'm getting on here is two reasons. I'm going to show you how to make this soup as quickly as I eat it. I'm going to show you how to make it because I saved the video yesterday of me doing it, so I'm going to put it on there for you. But I also want to let you know that today, this is Wednesday, May the 19th, is the last day to pre-order your It's Going to Be Good, y'all, cookbook. And so I'm going to give you a phone number, and they're going to have the lines open till 9 o'clock tonight. And then after that, we're going to start printing the number that y'all told us to print. In other words, how many ever people ordered it. So here's the number. It's toll free. 1-833-839-6871. 833-839-6871. And yes, I know my head's greasy, my face is greasy. I just got out of the shower. I worked in the yard this morning. I mowed around the sunflowers, and I mowed the Cottle House lawn. I planted some little plants that bloom pink. It's a shrub, type of shrub. It looks kind of like bridal wreath, but it's pink. And I watered some plants. And so then I came in and took my shower because I've still got some poison around on me and stuff. And so I wanted to make sure that I took a good shower. So my hair is still actually wet. But I'm in for the rest of the day today. I'm not going back outside unless it's just to sit on the porch. So anyway, I'm going to eat this good soup, and let me show you now. It's got big hunks of chicken in it, and carrots, and butter beans, and corn, and cabbage, and onions, and celery, and tomatoes. And I boiled my chicken first, but I'll show you all about that on the video. So if you haven't ordered, or if you have ordered, you don't have to do anything. Yours is counted. But if you haven't, today's the day. This is the last day. Or if you want to change your order, maybe you left out somebody and you wanted to order a book for them, well, you can do that today too by that number. Just tell them you need to change your order number, and they'll take care of it. So I'll see y'all in just a few minutes with how to make this soup. Hey, sweet Facebook friends, I just got back from town again. Listen, I just walked in the door, had a little phone call, but now I'm fixing to cook. And so what I want to cook today, even though it's summertime, don't you just sometimes crave soup? I mean, I like that all year round, don't y'all? I like it all year round, a good soup. So what I've done is we're going to have a vegetable chicken soup. And I just bought some ingredients to go in it. I think I'll go ahead and, well, I won't do that yet. Let me get the chicken washed. All right, what I bought is chicken thighs, and well, they're called leg quarters, okay? Leg quarters that I didn't buy but one package of them. And I probably won't even put all this in the soup. Let me do it down like that where you can see what I'm doing. Y'all always like to know the price. This was $2.30. Okay, $2.30, and I got 4 legs and 4 thighs. I'm gonna put them in the water down here, and I am fixing to wash them, and I'm gonna put them in my boiler. And let me get you where you can see a little bit. All right, there you go. What I do is just like to run cold water over and get up under the skin a little bit, and give it a little washing, move my rag out of the way. And then throw it in my pan. I'm going to boil these until they're tender. And I'm going to take them out. And I'm going to debone them. And then I'm going to start throwing in my vegetables. in there. This will be plenty of meat, and it'll go a long way for $2 and something. And I didn't pay very much for my little frozen vegetables I got. I bought some frozen okra, some frozen corn, some frozen butter beans, and then I bought a fresh cabbage and 2 things of tomato, the petite diced tomatoes. And I'm going to put onions and celery too, but I didn't have to buy it because I already had it here. So what I'm going to do now, I've got this in my pan, and I'm going to fill it. I'm going to cover my meat with water. I'm going to salt and pepper it, and then I'm going to let this cook. And then we'll go on to the next stage, okay? Love y'all. Be back in a minute. While our chicken is boiling, I'm going to cut up 1 big onion to go in it, okay? We got our chicken boiling over there, but we want a big onion in there. So I'm going to cut up this. And it doesn't have to be perfect, y'all. Just cut it in some cubies, and that'll be good enough. It's 80-something degrees today in Andalusia. 83, my car said. And so it was good and hot. I ate out with my girlfriends today, being Tuesday. I had a loaded potato soup in some homemade bread. And they had the bread kind of fixed in an oval shape. The center was missing. All that was really crunchy around there. And they had the soup sitting inside of that bread. And it was so good. I couldn't eat it all, but I didn't bring it home either. I left it there. I had to throw the rest of it away because it was just a bunch. I just couldn't eat it all. Anyway, while we were there, our girlfriends, we have one guy in our group. He's a retired teacher. Anyway, we talked and laughed. I think we were the first ones in the restaurant and the last ones out. We had a great time. And they all tried to doctor me. They told me what was wrong with my eye and what was wrong with my neck and all that stuff, and told me what to do. So I had about 12 doctors today to tell me that. Now, you know they're not doctors. They're just school teachers like me. But they think they're a doctor. I love them. They always try to take care of me. All right, I got to turn the chicken down. It's about to boil over here. Y'all come look. All right, we've got our 6 legs and our 6 thighs boiling in there to get good and tender. See, that's the thing about this soup like this. While your chicken is cooking, you can do all your prep work. And then you got a 1-pot meal. So all you're going to be messed up in the kitchen is just that 1 pot right there and whatever bowls that your family decides they're going to eat out of. Anyway, our preacher was in the restaurant. So I got to see him, speak to him. He was eating with one of our nice young men in our church. Young father. It's good to see men get out and eat with one another, and women get out too. You know, we just need to do that every now and then. I hope you have a little lunch group that you like to eat with. It's really nice. If you don't, you could get it started yourself. Just call a few friends and say, hey, every Tuesday, let's go out to eat together. You can certainly do that. I know y'all think, gosh, that's a lot of onions, but listen, onions give a flavor to soup and other things that most things cannot do. That's a tough one right there. So you want to make sure that you put lots of onions in it, and they'll be good and tender, and they also make a thickening kind of thing in there, you know, so that your soup's not too soupy. Okay. See, I'm not really trying to get everything perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. But I know this. One of the main things for you to remember is this, you new cooks out there, is this thing right here. You have got to know how to use a knife and not be afraid of that thing. I mean, so what if you get cut? It's not going to kill you. So, and I've been cut plenty of times, but you just have to go with it. I mean, you know, you can't quit eating. All right, so here are our onions. One big fat one. I'm not gonna put it in yet. All right, and here's our cabbage. Now, a lot of you have never had cabbage in your soup, but I'm telling you, it is fine in a soup. Now, I picked out the smallest cabbage that they had today. This is it. But I'm not gonna use but about a third of it. So I'm gonna cut me off a wedge off of this cabbage, and the other one the other part I'll eat some other way. There, that's what I'm cutting off right there. It's not quite a half, but it's about a third. And I'm gonna cut it real small, and it will cook to nothing almost in there, but you're talking about flavor and goodness. Cut this kind of thin, kind of like long little slivers. See? And we're gonna put it in the same time we're gonna put our onions in. Okay, our chicken is boiling nice and slow. That's what I want. I'm just doing this prep work right now. This is actually about all I'm gonna have to cut up. I may put a little bit of celery in there. I don't know. Because I've got some in there that I need to use. I need to use it. Now this will make a huge pot, so I'll be eating on it for several days today. Today and maybe tomorrow and the next day. But for everybody that's trying to eat economically, soup is a good way to go because it's good leftover. You can make some little cornbread with it. I love cornbread with soup. All right, see how much that, just that little third of a cabbage made? I'm gonna just stick it in there right on with my onions since I'm gonna put them all in at the same time. Okay. And the other stuff is in packages. I've got my corn over there thawing. I buy the kind that's in a little roll because it's like real corn. I don't like to get the one that's in a can. I like the frozen ones. And I like the one that's more cream corn instead of whole kernel corn. I'm gonna look in the refrigerator and see, oh, I've got something else. I want to put this garlic. I'm gonna put a clove of garlic in there just for flavor. Let me see if I can pull out a clove here. I had an uncle that could grow him some garlic. I'm gonna put 2 cloves of it in there. And I don't know how many cloves are in it. It looks like about 8 or so. You cut off that little hard part at the end, and then you can crunch it like this, and it helps sometimes for it to peel. But most of the time I don't do that. I just try to cut the ends off of it and then it peels real good. I'm gonna put these in there whole, and then I can just take them out when the soup gets ready. You take off that little hard part on the outside, that little peeling right there. Just pull it off, and then you'll have some good little garlic on the inside. It smells great. See, I took all that other part off. I'm gonna go ahead and throw it in so it can be flavored in that broth. Where's my other one? I know I had 2. Oh, here it is. I cut off both little ends down there. That way it peels so easy. See how it just comes right off? My hands will smell like garlic. I'm fixing to get over there with that soap and wash them. Give them a good washing. There's the other one. See? Put it in. All right, that's it. We got this ready, and when we get ready to throw the other stuff in, I'll come back. Okay, y'all, our chicken is done, and I am deboning it. I've got that much pulled off of the bone right here, and I'm trying to debone the rest. And come over here and look in our pot. I put all of our vegetables in except for the corn, and you wait to the very last minute to do it. Here it is, and I've got it. See? Now, they're not cooked yet. In other words, I had to add some more water, too. But look at that, how good and rich that looks. Isn't that pretty? It's beautiful, isn't it? Or it is to me. It's going to be super duper good. So here's what I'm going to do. At the very last, when everything in there is tender, I'll let my corn thaw. I will put in this roll of corn. Now, the reason you wait to the end is that corn has a tendency to stick. I mean, it will stick. and scorch. So I don't want to put it into the end because all it has to really do is get hot. I mean, it doesn't take corn but a second. You could actually overcook corn pretty quickly. So anyway, this is just skin and bones right here that I'm going to leave in here. I don't want that. I just want the good chicken, and that's all I want. I was doing it with a fork, pulling the chicken off while it was too hot. But now that it's cooled off a little bit, I can do it with my fingers, and I prefer to do it with my fingers because you can feel any little thing that you got in there that you didn't want anything to. You know, I told you had 5 senses. You need to use them. Well, God gave me the sense of feeling, so I can feel things that shouldn't be in our meat. And so that's why I'm doing it this way. I'm going to give all this fat and gristle to the dog. He loves chicken fat, chicken gristle. That's Hannah's dog. My dog's passed on. I remember my little biscuit. She's not here with me anymore. So I hate it, but I had to do what I had to do. All right, let's see what we got. I think that's about it. The rest of it's just bone and fat. You know, that back's got a really soft part on it that's real good on the chicken. All right, the rest of this is scrap. That's about it. Let me get over here and wash my hands. Ooh, that's boiling. Wait a minute. Let me turn that down. It'll be my luck. It'll boil over. I'm going to turn it down real low. We're going to let this cook. I'll touch this with this greasy hand. Wipe it off on that. Wipe my one finger off. Then I will go there and wash my whole hand. Bye, y'all. Okay, friends, it's ready. The soup is ready. So I'm going to get me out a bowl and I'm going to show you how it looks, okay? Let me get you over here where you can really see the pot a little bit better. Looks like my camera's kind of cloudy. Let me wipe you off a little bit. Is that better? Okay, anyway, here's our soup. And so I'm going to tell you what all's in it again, okay? Now I can see what all's in it. I like a little juice in mine. All right, here it is. Okay, you got chicken. I put chicken thighs and legs in it from my seasoning. And I cooked it till it got tender and deboned it. It's got a half a bag of frozen butter beans, a half a bag of frozen okra, 2 cans of diced tomatoes, petite diced. I did find a few carrots in there, so I did cut up about a handful of carrots. And I did 2 celery stalks, and I just put in a whole circle of that corn, because I told you had to do that at the last. We put some cabbage in there, just a little bit, about 1/3 of a cabbage, and 1 big whole onion. Now for seasoning, I put salt and pepper, and at the end, I tasted it, and it needed a little bit more kick, so I put a little bit of your chicken bouillon, the granular kind. I put a little bit of that in there, but it looks delicious, and it's going to taste delicious too. I love vegetable soup, even when it's hot weather like this. I love it. I think it's so good. There's a nice piece of chicken. You know, I like the dark meat. Tender and good. I'm not going to cook any cornbread. I'm just going to eat mine with crackers, or I may not eat anything with it, just a glass of milk. Y'all have a nice night. Love you. Bye-bye.